So think about this, taking a train in Jacksonville, catching a train in Jacksonville that will take you to St. Augustine, or commuting to work from Nocatee to the Bay Meadows area by train. A commuter rail is a little closer to being a reality here on the First Coast. Our Jessica Clark is on your side tonight, joining us now with the latest on the effort to establish a passenger rail system right here on the First Coast, Jess.
Right, Anthony. The Jacksonville Transportation Authority will soon be starting a feasibility study for a commuter rail here, and it also wants to know what you think about it. So it will be having public meetings next week, and here's what we know so far. Right now, freight trains run along the tracks that extend from Jacksonville to St. Augustine, but the idea of adding a commuter rail to those tracks is picking up steam.
There's still a lot of work to be done.
Jessica Shepler with the Jacksonville Transportation Authority, or JTA, says the plan is
in the very early phases of conversations.
The latest commuter rail configuration would connect Jacksonville to St. Augustine with about 10 proposed stops, including one by the Avenues Mall and another by County Road 210. And some of those stations may not make the final cut. That's where you come in. JTA wants to know what you think about the proposed stations and
what the development around those locations might look like.
Should there be businesses, residential areas, parks, and other transportation options in and out of those stations? This is a rendering of what the stop in St. Augustine at King Street could look like. The most northern station could be the Prime Osborne Convention Center in downtown Jacksonville, which used to be a train station. It's next to JTA's main bus depot. With these plans, JTA is considering population growth 20 to 30 years out.
We're going to need to have multiple ways to move people. Otherwise we're just going to continue to pile up vehicles on our highways. We believe that we are moving towards a city that will need various transportation options.
This commuter rail would mean a lot of coordination between 3 local governments, Duval County, St. Johns County, and the city of St. Augustine, and then agreements with the train company that owns the railroad track and uses it daily.
When purchasing your fare,
we've actually visited other areas of the state who have similar agreements,
such as Sunrail in Central Florida and Tri-Rail in South Florida. Shepler says it could still be 5 to 10 years before you could hop on the First Coast commuter rail. Also, there will need to be state and federal buy-in and financial support from those entities for the commuter rail. So what do you think? Again, there are 2 presentations and public input sessions next week. The first public meeting about the First Coast commuter rail is Tuesday, August 8th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the JTA headquarters at 100 La Villa Center Drive in Jacksonville. And the second meeting is in St. Augustine Wednesday night, August 9th, starting at 4:30 at the St. Augustine City Hall. Jessica Clark, First Coast News, back to you.